All right, breaking news coming in. Actor Vishal, who spoke out in support of the star cast of Mersal, has spoken exclusively to India Today. Remember, taxman visited his office today citing violations. He spoke exclusively to India Today, saying he was unnecessarily being targeted. Take a look.
So as we know, Tamil cinema and politics cannot be disassociated, and we have one more example. This Diwali alone, one movie called Mersal comes off. Mersal actually means shock and awe, and it is actually giving a shock and awe perception all across India. We have the Producers Council President with us, Vishal. Thank you for talking to us. First of all, in this Mersal row, what is your opinion about one movie depicting some policies of the government that becoming an issue right now?
Honestly, why would they all pinpoint one particular film? There have been films previously. There are going to be films in future. There will be films in future addressing social issues and addressing pressing issues in the society. There's nothing wrong in depicting it. If it is really hitting below the belt, or if it's really creating a wrong awareness, then the CBFC will definitely not allow it to be viewed, to show it to the that is called certification of the film. So once the film is certified, I don't see anyone having the right to say, to delete or to mute the dialogues, because we all go by the law. We all follow the procedure. There is a procedure for film industry getting a certificate. So forget about Mersal. Mersal has released. It's shown a cause. Definitely there will be future films also addressing social issues.
So interesting that you're saying in future also Tamil cinema will take a dig on political policies. What about the voices that are coming strong against movie right now? As you mentioned, because Mersal spoke about GST, they wanted the scenes to be cut. Or is it if you're releasing such a movie, taking a dig at a policy, they should do the research before it?
See, honestly, let me tell you one more thing. There is a film which is going to come up this Friday in Malayalam called Villain, which is going to not deliberately going to address the issue. It's going to address the issue of NEET. So there will be another film which will address the issue of the farmers. There will be another film which will address the issue of the Medicare. Any issue, private medical institutions or government hospitals or the government schools, and anything for that matter. As I say, everyone have the freedom of expression to depict their version of what is happening in the society, and if it is again against if they're showing it in a different color, we cannot escape the censor board. So the censor board are a group of legitimate, righteous people who are watching the film and making sure that yes, this can be viewed by the larger audience. So that's how it goes.
Well, you have played this angry man role for a very long period and successfully also fought, try to show social cause and how should people react to it in the movie. Will you be more careful in the future because these kinds of voices are coming over?
See, if movies are all about, honestly speaking, they're all about fiction, they're all about fantasy, they're all about realism. We have a mixture of films. But let me reiterate. It's not like I'm throwing a threat or an alarm. But future, the films, not just Tamil films, every other industry, the films will depict social issues. There was a film called Joker which won the national award. For goddamn sake, you should, I wish the film is again re-released and shown to everyone. It shows the plight of lack of toilets even now in Tamil Nadu. So how can we say that that film is actually hitting at one political party? No, this is a medium where we tend to show to the public what they would love to watch. It's not for Vijay hasn't done it for his family to watch it or for his family friends to watch it. Vijay has shown depicted something for the larger audience to watch it, and it's been certified. So in future also there will be a lot of films, definitely not because of this particular controversy, but on the whole, definitely if a filmmaker wants to show some particular thing, throw some light into that subject, they will do it. So
what will be your message to these leaders who are raising their voices right now?
I request again the leaders. Let's leave that aside. My question is, I'm still waiting for the answer from H. Raja regarding watching the film online. You have done a crime. sir, you have done a crime. I'm sorry to say that not just because I'm fighting piracy in Tamil Nadu, but it's been a bad example that H. Raja sir has set, saying that he's watched a film online. It might be in parts, it might be in bits, but you watched a film online, which is against the law. So I'm still waiting for the consequences which an individual would face. An individual, and then we talk about his profession. As an individual, he has gone on air to say that he's watched a film online, which I'm sorry, because we all work really from the bottom of our hearts. We really work for a living, and when someone tries to thwart it in the sense of piracy, definitely we are surprised and alarmed that a political leader is so complacent and advocating it in power.
Since you're talking about consequences, after you have asked for an apology from H. Raja, something happens at your production house. First it was intelligence from GST team, then it was you haven't paid TDS, that is the statement says. Only you can give a clarification. Do you see this as a coincidence or just an incident?
See, it's an incident.
Or an intimidation?
See, it's an incident for me. If it's coincidence for someone, if it's intimidation for someone, I seriously can't talk about that. For me, it's an incident, and my next course of action is to fulfill whatever the IT department has asked me to, because being a true citizen, we'll have to abide by the law. So that is how I see it. But regarding the timing, I would say I have nothing to say about that.
But since you are the president of Producer Council and also hold major roles in Tamil cinema, what is your view about GST and how has it altered Tamil cinema?
See, GST, when it comes to film industry, let me be very honest, brutally honest, we have sent a representation to Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, not just the Tamil film industry, the entire South Indian film industry, and we're getting the entire Indian film industry on board and trying to make a representation, trying to get some relief because it's been on the highest slab. Films and casino, gambling is in the same sector. So 28% is like a big blow to the film industry. As I said, piracy is again killing the film industry's revenue. So we all again would make a sincere representation to the government to bring it down to the least slab, keeping in consideration the number of people who are involved in the film industry, and just like how restaurants it was 18% and they brought it down to 12%, we are also expecting a relief very soon. And even if they put us in 5%, we would be really happy, because we pay our taxes, very promisingly and prominently to the government. So if it is under the least slab, film industry will flourish, and the more the industry flourishes, the more the tax revenue goes to the government.
Thank you so much for talking to us. And so Vishal over here, who is the Producer Council president, has clearly stated that whatever raids or whatever occurs, let it be coincidence or incident, he has done his job and he has paid all these taxes and everything together, and he is still firm on seeking an apology or at least a kind of explanation from H. Raja for saying that he watched the Mersal clips online. In Chennai with camera person Manohar, Pramod Madhav, Point It Today.